Hi, I'm Tina Utley, and I'll be taking you through the second grade intervention kit 4.0 with the learning targets round and estimating sum, finding 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, and 100 less. Inside your kit, you will find the missing number cards. You will find a number line and hundreds chart. You'll also find a deck of cards, and you'll need to provide a whiteboard marker and eraser. And then you have the recording sheets where you can track your students' progress as they go through the kit. Your warm-up for this activity has to do with rounding to the nearest 10. Your student is going to draw 2 cards, and in this case I drew 62, and you're going to ask them to round to the nearest 10. In this case it's 60. If they struggle to do that, then you can help them with the number line to show which 10s they're closer to, whether they're closer to 60 or 70 in this case. If they're doing really well, you can have them do that to the nearest hundreds, so you'll have them draw 3 cards. And in this case, I have 762, and you would talk to them about whether it's closer to 700 or 800. And in this case, 800. Excuse me. The activity for this game, or this intervention kit, is adding to get closest to 100. So you'd have you and your student, or if you have multiple students during this intervention, you would have them draw 4 cards. And then your partner, or whoever, if there's more than one, would draw their 4 cards. And you'd want them to arrange their cards so that if they're adding the numbers together, they get closer to 100 than their partner does. So if I'm looking at the numbers I have to get closer to 100, I have 76, I'm rounding that to 80. And I have 27, and I'm rounding that to 30. My partner has 84, they're going to round that to 80. And then they have 12, and they're going to round that to 10. So if I add my numbers together, I have 110, and my partner has 90, which means we are actually both off by a 10, so there's a tie. So we'll draw again, and we will play one more time to see who is closer. So we both get a point in this case, and we draw again, and we can play it as many times as you have in about 6 to 7 minutes for this game. Then there's also for this activity subtraction, which it's the same idea. You and your partner, or the students who are playing, will draw 4 cards. And this time they're going to subtract to see how close they can get to 0. So this one will involve a little bit more of arranging, making sure that the higher number when rounding is on top. So you can decide whether you want to have them as they lay and then move them around. So if I drew 84, you could round it to 80, and 21 you could be rounded to 20. And if you're subtracting, we have 80 minus 20 is 60. In this case, I'm going to have to move mine so that I have 72 is closer to 70, and 67 is closer to 70. Therefore, I am down to 0, where my partner is down to 60. So I am closer to 0. I would get the point for that one. So there's 2 activities. One is getting closer to 100 with addition, and the other one is getting closer to 0 with subtraction. Both involve your partners drawing 4 cards and getting closer to that number. For closing activity, we have finding the missing number. You'll have to have them use the missing number cards that are available in your kit. You have your student draw a card. And in this case, I have 80 minus something equals 70. And you'll use the whiteboard and marker to guide them through finding the missing number. So 80 minus something equals 70. Looking at the tens place value, I know that 70 is 1 10 less than 80. So in this case, it would be 80 minus 10 is 70. While you're going through the kit, please make sure that you are recording whether your student is progressing, whether they can add or subtract, accurately round, estimate solutions, and finding the missing number. And then there's comments on the side to track any comments that you would make about your student. So that's the intervention kit 4.0 for second grade. Thank you.